Hi folks, John Bailey here with EOTech, and I just got into Decatur, Texas to hunt some hogs, deer, and predators. I'm meeting up with my good friend Glenn Guest with Hog Zombies, and we're going to try to capture some really good footage with some difficult species. One is daytime hogs, which is always tough to get. 2 is rattling in a buck, and 3 is predators. We're going to put the voodoo to the test. We both have the 1-6 on our rifles, and we're going to see if we can make it happen.
Shoot him. I can't either. He looks good.
So unfortunately we couldn't get on that buck, so we headed back to the truck. Glenn's been seeing game on that pipeline at all times during the day, so we wanted to check that often, and it's a good thing we did.
Got a shot, take it.
Alright, I'm going for that brown one instead. Ready?
Yeah. Here, you get both of them. Hit that white one again.
That was fun. Daytime stalk. Voodoo scope, hog down. I think I may have gotten a double on that one. So the weather's turning, it's getting cold. The truck said it was about 45 degrees, and we were watching this pipeline that's got this winter grass in it for deer and hogs. They typically come in all times of the day, and we were watching it. A couple of doe came in. Finally, a bunch of hogs came in. 2 big ones and a bunch of babies. So we actually kind of curled around and cut half of the distance off and got 2 of them about maybe 85, 90 yards. And they were eating in that grass. I shot at the brown one, and actually I hit 2 at the same time. The brown one went down right away, and the spotted one kind of took off. So we got in the woods. I just put it down, and we're going to walk up to it right now. Alright, so here you have it. We got 2 hogs down. You know, it was a little tough. The weather was cold. It turned cold real quick. We've been watching this winter grass field, this pipeline, for a long time, and finally we had a couple of deer come in. We thought things were starting to move, and sure enough, these 2 boar and a bunch of little babies came in, and they were just picking at the grass. And see that? The hog just ran by. Just ran by that way. We're going to try to get on that thing right now. So looks like they're starting to move around. We're going to try to get on these hogs. Hopefully it's going to be a good afternoon. Now that we've got a couple hogs down, we decided to let the pipeline rest for a little bit. We went to go call some bucks and predators. Didn't have any luck, so we headed back to the pipeline and see if we could see some hogs or deer. And sure enough, we found some.
get her dressed out, get her back to the truck. Hey, there goes those hogs right there.
So this is crazy. As we're about to do the interview for Glenn's hog that he just killed, he looks up the pipeline and sees more hogs coming out. We ran as fast as we could back to the truck, hit it in reverse, and tried to get to a place where we can cut them off.
I'm on them, so if they cross, shoot. Hey, right here.
Down. Dude, what a show. We just ran probably 400 to 500 yards back to the truck after seeing probably 7 or 8 hogs run behind us in that wintergrass field. We get to the truck, we back out as fast as we can, and Glenn says, I know where they're going. We run on this road, stop. Sure enough, that 15, no, I bet that's probably 25 yards away. They're right there into this thick stuff, and I shoot and drop another one right there. So maybe an hour and a half, we get 2 killed in that field, another one killed in the field, and then this circus show over here, and we just dropped another one. So Sunday morning was bitter cold. We stayed in for the morning and then went out and tried to call some bucks and predators, but no luck. We ended up going to the pipeline because Glenn was seeing a good deer cross midday. So we posted up on that pipeline hoping something would cross. Little did we know it was going to be hogs. Crazy. It's like 40 yards, if that. Crazy how fast things can happen. Hog down. So it's Sunday afternoon, it's probably 22, 23 degrees. We came back to this pipeline, and instead of kind of watching it from the truck, Glenn and I sat on the edges, both edges, because kind of nearby some deer have been crossing, you know, so we were hoping to maybe get on something just kind of using this crossway right here. And I think both of us were kind of daydreaming a little bit because we both saw it at the same time, a hog right in the middle of this field. And I had a hard time reacting because the rifle was kind of down, and I think Glenn was struggling to get this button to push record because they were right here. They're 35, 40 yards from us. But we were able to move slowly and get it all done, and I put it right on its neck as its head was down and dropped it at 40 yards using the Voodoo 1-6. It's crazy. We weren't expecting it, you know, to happen this early and that fast, but you never know, so you got to keep your eyes open. There's still time, and we're going to keep an eye on this field. There's some doe coming in, and hopefully another set of hogs, and we can get a couple more kills before it gets dark, so we're going to get on them. So it's Sunday evening, and we tried to rattle in a buck off that pipeline. A couple does came out, but no buck. Glenn turns around and sees about 10 hogs come out into the pipeline way back behind us. So we circled back in the woods, we stalked around and tried to get a shot. Dude, that was crazy. She spotted us. See her ears perk up real quick, her legs stiffened up. I had to get on her really quick, pull the trigger, put it right on her face, so it's somewhere around there. Oh, that was awesome. So we're rattling just on this other side. And Glenn says, hey, hogs. And sure enough, there's about 10 of them over here. We snuck around and came back around this other pipeline and got to about 60 yards and snuck up, got sticks ready, and right then she saw us. So I had to pull the trigger. Voodoo 1 to 6, baby.
Did you hit her in the head?
Yeah.
You know what the German redneck term is for that?
What?
Noggin der.
So we're on this pipeline again. It's probably 4:30 or 5 o'clock. And we sit down, and there's probably 10 doe that come in, and they're all along that pipeline. And they're working their way to us, so we're figuring there's going to be a buck in there sometime soon, probably close to dark. And nothing ever came out. It got to about maybe 15 minutes before last light. There still might be a little bit of time to shoot, but Glenn turns around and says, hey, hogs. So we turn around, there's 10 hogs probably, I don't know, 100, 150 yards away from us. So we hurry up and kind of work around and pop back out. And I got down on one knee with my sticks, and right when I did that, this one got to an alert. You could see her ears pop up, and she stiff-legged, and I knew I didn't have another second or two, so I put her right on her face and I shot, and she dropped right there, and the rest kind of scattered. But man, I mean, things can happen so quick. It's nice to have, you know, the 1 to 6 was great because I had it on 1 power, because who knew when a buck was going to come out and where. So I wanted to be able to get on it quickly, and it worked out great. I was on 1 power for her and was able to pull the trigger. So I think we got 10 more minutes. We're going to see if we can't see if these other hogs pop out somewhere. If not, it was a heck of a 2 days for sure. Well, there you have it. 6 hogs in 2 days. We called in, rattling, a nice buck. Wasn't able to get a shot on it, but we really put the voodoo to the test. Calling in and shooting hogs during the day is really, really tough. You got to have the right piece of land. You got to have a lot of it. You got to have the wind right, and everything's got to work out great. But most of them are nocturnal. You can't see them unless you got thermal or night vision. But we were able to get on some daytime hogs, which is really rare, and the voodoo really stepped up, man. Not 1 missed shot, 6 dead hogs. We're gonna have good eating for a long time. Thanks for watching.